The day has finally come. We are about to launch our Invasion of Gondor, sending Middle-earth into an eternal slumber of shadow and darkness. Welcome back. We are diving back in, of course, with our next Crusader Wars episode. This is probably going to be the last one. We're going to win this Invasion of Gondor, and I think I'm pretty happy with how things have panned out. If you haven't seen this series before, you don't know what the hell I'm about to do, this is the Crusader Wars mod for Crusader Kings 3/Total War. And yes, I said /Total War because what this mod allows you to do is play out the battles from Crusader Kings in Total War Atilla. Not only that, we also have the Realms in Exile mod, which is the Lord of the Rings mod for CK3, and we have the Dawnless Days mod, which is the Lord of the Rings mod for Total War Atilla. So as you guys can probably guess, we can go ahead and play out the Lord of the Rings battles in Total War Atilla Dawnless Days. I'll also leave a link down below in the description as well, so you guys can follow the entire series. If you missed any of the episodes, I recommend you go back and watch, because yeah, it was a ton of fun going ahead and creating everything. We fought some really hard battles, some really fun ones. And then finally, I have also named the majority of the Nazgul. You guys did suggest that it's probably a good idea to keep the Witch King and the Golden King, or no, Kamaz, the guy in the north in Dol Guldur. So I've renamed pretty much most of them, besides obviously them two. We have Talion right here, which is obviously a reference to Shadow of Mordor. Obviously an amazing game. I wish we should got more games like that. God damn, there's so many crappy Lord of the Rings games, but it was also like really good ones. They were very good. We also have Morath the Black. We have a Isildur. He has been turned. We also, as we go back down, we have Bezbag the Shunned, and then we also have Mahol the Short as well. I believe that was the last Nazgul. Yeah, Yi Indar actually survived. I didn't have a name for him, so we do actually have one spare, but that's fine. Shouldn't matter too much. Oh my god, as well, we actually have Prince Imrahil in our dungeon. I didn't even realize. Wow, well, he is definitely being sent to the dungeon for sure, and I think we're definitely torturing him as well. Yeah, definitely in our dungeon. I think that's yeah, he's gonna, yeah, he's might become a lunatic. No, he didn't become a lunatic, but he's scarred, and yeah, he's in our dungeon, recently tortured, and he's pretty old. I doubt he's gonna make it out of it. I mean, none of them are whatsoever. I mean, the funny thing is as well is like we have literally chopped off Aragorn's arm. Aragorn is armless. He only has one of them, so hopefully we'll be coming for that head momentarily. So yeah, we pretty much just have to wait the 2 years until our truce is up, and then the invasion can be launched. Basically, we're going to be spending the rest of our money on just upgrading the soldiers we can upgrade, making sure that we have as much of this stuff as possible, that, you know, it's not going to be a problem. Because we are also going to be fighting the Riddermark. Saruman did get captured. He was defeated in Orthanc by the Ents. So we are going to be fighting like a proper alliance. They are going to light the beacons, and we're going to be going all out. But we should be, you know, have enough men. I have what, 34,000 now. That's pretty deep, and it's not like bad either, so we should be okay. I also imagine as well with this event that it will also call the Easterlings and the Haradrim to my cause as well, so you know everybody will be stacking up. Yeah, look at this as well. So Theoden actually literally just died when I started up this episode. I saw a little notification, so he died of old age. Theodred is already dead. I assume Eomer is also dead. I actually don't know where Eomer is in this kind of list of things. He was probably killed by Saruman when he was setting up his stuff. Yeah, I mean, he died of his wounds as well. So we've got like his child, Theodred's child, who's 19 now, but is also wounded. So, I mean, he has 9,000 men. I mean, they're not messing about, are they, whatsoever? Boom, here we go. The event has already popped up. The Invasion of Gondor. All the East shall gather. The march on Gondor. I love to see. Oh my god, it's the Witch King. The Witch King only got one arm. Oh my god, the Witch King only has one arm. That's crazy. Here we go. The march on Gondor. The last pitiful defense of the West. Gondor too long has stood against your design. The Dunedain have hope even now that they can resist you. It is time to break that hope. With Ithilien secured, we can now begin a full-scale assault in Gondor's earnest. Minas Tirith will fall. With your great lieutenant at the helm of your vast hordes, and they truly are vast now, 35,000 men, the kingdom of Gondor cannot hope to stand against you. If Minas Tirith falls, the kingdom will shatter, its leadership scattered and demoralized. Send forth all legions to war with Elisar and the men of Gondor. Let's raise the soldiers and look at how many armies we have, man. I don't know if we're going to be able to have the supply for this many forces. We can also do some sorcery as well. You know, probably a perfect timing. Let's call for hordes. More men are always going to be better. And I think a lot of the time it actually does give you like Haradrim and stuff, which are very good in Total War Atilla. So we're going to try and grab them as much as possible. Oh, we actually managed to succeed for once in our lifetime. No, it is just orc hordes, but that's still, I mean, it's actually Uruk-hai. Okay, I take that. Uruk-hai infantry are pretty decent. Black Uruks, normal Uruk-hai crossbowmen. Okay, well, cool. Let's raise them up. That's going to be another however many men. So I'm pretty tempted, honestly, just to dive in on this battle. Like, right off the bat, we just go in and we just send it. We have, like, reserves here if we need it. But I think this will be a pretty good battle, right? This is 18,000 against their 20,000. And this is, like, my best soldiers as well. And I think this would be a good... Oh, no, wait, this is even more men. I was just counting these two stacks. Yeah, it's like 26,000 men against their soldiers. Let's send it. Oh, I don't want to go this way, though, do I? I want to make sure that we don't get caught out. So let's go this way. They're going to probably try and run, though. They're going to take that battle. Yeah, we're going for it. Okay. Well, we definitely want to wait until their 9,000 comes in, and we want to definitely wait until my 7,000 arrive. And then, yeah, then we also have these reserves as well, just chilling back here. So we might actually just send them to maybe start sieging Atilla, and also cutting off their retreat as well. It's probably not a bad idea. Cool. So let's just go down to the low speed. Their soldiers have arrived, and boom, so have mine. Okay, cool. So we outnumber them massively. We have currently Chief Bacon. Chief Bacon the Sizzler has actually been commanding my armies pretty impressively. So whoever suggested that, big shout out to you, which is kind of cool. We need to put the Witch King in charge, of course, but still, it's kind of nice to have other people commanding these armies. And let's just dive in. Here we go. This is one of the probably major battles of the war. I don't know if Gondor are going to be lighting the beacons and sending for help, but we'll have to see if Rohan do arrive. And look at my army. Oh my god, it is huge. I love it. I also as well look at the enemy army as well. It's all the different firsts of Gondor, because again, their general is from a different part of Gondor, so you actually get their unique soldiers. What would be really cool in the future updates of Crusader Wars, which is something they do have planned, is so that wherever your levies are pulled from, so for example in Gondor you'll have actual levies, the percentage of levies you have will actually go ahead and determine the type of soldiers you get. So your army is going to be very varied with all the different types of vassals from around Gondor and all their different types of units, and that's just going to be so epic. So instead of all of these units, you'll have like some from the main royal lands, you'll have some from Pelithganir, you'll have some from the woodlands, you'll have some from wherever this is, and you'll have some from Dol Amroth, and they'll all look different. And yeah, that's like gonna be so much fun. Yeah, so we just have a casual 23,000 men. They have a casual 11,000. I mean, I feel like this is like very much like the last stands of Gondor, you know. This is what I envision whenever I kind of think about these massive battles, you know, a fight against, there is like, you know, a fight against evil. This is, you know, there's nothing left that they have access to, and this is just like seriously a last stand of Gondor. Craziest thing is as well is that I'm actually on the defense here, so if I wanted to, I could just set up my defenses. Oh my, look at that mini map. Oh my lord, it's just my soldiers as far as the eye can see, and I love it. I mean, this is what you think of when you think of the Dark Lord and his legions. It's just, you know, all of these orcs, cavalry, Uruk-hai, goblins. Shame we don't have any trolls in the army. That would obviously help things out. Maybe some Mummud kills, some evil men, all that stuff would be amazing. But we could just go down this battle line forever, and it would just be absolutely endless. I feel sorry for Gondor. And the thing is as well is we have another like 18,000 men we could bring, or maybe not quite 18,000, but we have like 12,000 men sitting back going to auxilia to set the siege. This is truly the end of days, and I love it. This is the feel I want to feel when I'm playing as the Dark Lord and his endless legions. Okay, the Gondorian army is coming into view now. They are pretty clumped up as they're reforming, trying to set up. I also really like the type of soldiers that they do have access to. These are one of the, I guess, one of the lords, one of the vassals of Gondor. Gondor, so their soldiers are very unique, again, with the sub-mobs we have. But, I mean, look at that. Look at the line. I'm actually switching it up a little bit to go ahead and face them. Their cavalry is pushing on the flank, but what does it matter? We are set up, and we are ready to push forward. I mean, oh, man, we are going to envelop this army, and there will be, oh, no, don't. No, no, don't do it. Attila, no. Attila, what have you done? No, Attila. Oh, no, this is a mess. I now know what the Dark Lord had so many issues with organizing this many Uruk-hai. And orcs and Uruks and black orcs and goblins and trolls. The AI is actually going to launch a pretty big cavalry strike here. 520 of these mounted Ringlow Vale soldiers charging in of them. They have golden chevrons as well. That is really impressive. I had tried to reform the army as best as I can. More of their cavalry comes in. We actually have some mounted Swan Knights here. I mean, they're getting taken down by a handful of my goblins. They'll rip through me, of course, and they'll get, they'll take their pound of flesh. But even if we just kill off 4 or 5 of these Armroth Knights, that is more than enough for me. That is also something as well that I am most looking forward to when it comes to, like, future mods, especially Bannerlord mods, is playing as the Knights of the Silver Swan. There's just something about them units that just look so goddamn gorgeous. Charges off with our Orc Pillagers on the flank. They're going to go flying in here. And a few of them getting skewered out of the sky as they go flying in with that charge. I'm kind of just waiting to see where the enemy's set up. We would definitely go in here and just try and pin down this cavalry. It's golden chevroned up, so it is a little bit scary, honestly. Look at that maneuvering. Imagine trying to maneuver a unit this big actually on the battlefield. Like, that's crazy. That's something that you don't really think about. It's like just how hard it would be to maneuver these huge units on the battlefield. Look at that as well. That's perfect harmony. We are going to go flying in, though. Hit them. And again, we should win in melee combat. Our cavalry is heavier. Our cavalry is probably one of the best in the entire game, next to the Knights of the Silver Swan and maybe some Elven cavalry. More infantry fighting as well. They're doing a pretty good job straight off the bat, though. They are charging in, getting some good damage in. Let's start to move up our own units now. We obviously want to hunt down that unit of crossbows right there. We want to start wrapping up. We want to start committing our reserves in whatever form that we have them in. Make sure we got our infantry up here. You guys can all fight that. What do we even have here? We just have Goblin Warriors here fighting away. Again, the Goblin Warriors not going to be good. We know that. Again, a little bit of lag as well here and there. And we are fighting a battle of pretty tremendous scale. Well, that was over 30,000 soldiers we had, right? We zoom out and we can probably take a look at it, like up here when it's not lagging. Yeah, well, we started the battle with 34,000 soldiers. That is crazy. That is quite insane, if I do say so myself. And that's always my biggest dream with Total War, honestly, is like having battles of this scale. This is something that I think like Total War just need to invest in, whether it's a new engine or whatever it is. Like, this is the scale battles need to be, you know, and it's just such a shame that Total War hasn't really improved the engine to make something like this way more possible. Because it is just, yeah, this is like this is what I envision when I think about large-scale Total War battles. And yeah, it is a little bit laggy. I mean, we've got 60 FPS all the way up here, but you can notice the game does mess up. If I zoom in, what's my FPS go down to? Yeah, 15, 16 FPS, and we go all the way down, and it is definitely a bit noticeable. But the crazy thing is as well, if you just got in slow-mo, boom, there you go. Like, the battle is fine. The shadows are messed up, of course, but the shadows have been messed up anyway. But yeah, I mean, like, look at that, like 30 FPS on slow-mo. It's kind of crazy, right? Like, we have this many soldiers, and just by slowing down that process and, like, I guess the AI decision-making, giving them a bit more time, actually kind of works out pretty well. The AI is actually making some pretty good progress in the front line. So we're going to have obviously reinforced that, like, my units are just simply breaking. Obviously, the quality of them isn't the greatest, but we are, of course, going to be winning on this flank pretty handedly. We can start charging in. Our cavalry has hunted down their general. So, yeah, he'll be going from the battlefield, I think, momentarily, and that'll send shockwaves down a lot of their reserves. We've surrounded this massive unit of cavalry, but, you know, he's still got half the amount of soldiers left, which is pretty crazy. But the nice thing is, like, the way we've been playing these battles is we just kind of have reserves. I get a few comments as well. It's like, oh, Jackie, you shouldn't do this with your infantry, or, like, you shouldn't charge shock infantry through your lines. Like, don't worry, I've been playing Total War for, like, you know, at least 15 years on, you know, 11 years on YouTube, and, like, probably, like, 15 ever since Rome 1 came out. Like, it's cool. I understand that. It's just, like, it's not that serious. Like, we don't have to go that hard against the AI, you know. Let's give them a little bit of a chance here and there. But of course, I do appreciate the comments, of course. You know, if there was something maybe I didn't quite know, and like, you know, the advice is helpful. But yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I get how Total War works. It's all good. We basically just have a lot of these pockets now scattered around the battlefield. Like, their soldiers are actually pretty good. Like, I'm surprised with how good the skirmishers are performing. But yeah, the general's down now. We do need to go finish off a unit of Swan Knights, which is just absolutely beating up on my line. 200 kills, even against shock infantry, which normally do pretty good in combat. We're going to send this cavalry over it. Oh, and then this flank is gone now. Yeah, that's going to probably see the battle won now that this flank has won. Yeah, look at that big routes across their battle line. There's actually not that much Citadel Guard either scattered around here. So we were kind of lucky there. That does mean, though, that we do desperately need to make sure that we chase down as many of their soldiers as we can until their entire army routs, because we want this to be like a pretty deadly blow. We want to make sure that we can win this so that, say, for example, we can take basically Coandros, Ziliuth, and on both sides of the river of the Anduin. So yeah, make sure we do chase down a bunch of these routing units as we continue to push forward our legions. Yeah, I was wondering why they were doing pretty decent in these front lines. It's because they have a lot more of these Gondorian swords, and something again the modder has planned is what they want to do with this Lord of the Rings submod is make it so that the levies are actually just split up of these, so it's not just all light infantry like we've been seeing of just the Gondor militia and the men of eyes. Sorry, for me over on Mordor, we've just been getting a bunch of goblin soldiers. What he wants to do is he wants to split the levies up, so it'll be some heavy infantry, some light infantry, some cavalry, some archers, so that way you'll actually be getting proper battles and they'll feel a bit more unique, and then that way also it'll give a bigger oomph to some of the AI and their forces, so they won't be just insta-routed when you kill their general because they suicided in, which I think will make for a much better engagement and yeah, basically a much more kind of I guess more difficult campaign itself. Something as well that they could easily do as well to improve the AI and kind of make battles a little bit more difficult is just give the AI like a default 2 chevrons to begin with, and then all the other bonuses they get through Crusader Wars kind of applies on top of that. I feel like that would be a really good balancing thing to do, or maybe like per difficulty you do ups the chevrons the AI gets, because that does give them more morale and just lets them kind of stay in the battlefield that a little bit longer. We've got a really good... No, why are you guys charging? Why are you guys charging? Back. Come on, just throw. You guys are right there. Just throw. Just throw your javelins. Like, they're right there. They're literally right there. 2 foot in front. There we go. That's what we want to see right there. Oh, that's a lot of javelins. That is a lot of javelins right there. The game can't even comprehend how many javelins that is. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Here we go, a big mass rout. But as I said, we don't actually want to make sure we want to end this battle. I could probably end it with war crying the enemy units and like sending them into a mass rout. But we kind of want this to stick around so we can chase these guys down and make sure that, you know, that the casualties are just that bit higher on the Gondorian side of things. Boom. Of course, I'm not going to cheese it, though. We are going to make sure we just kill as much as we can. There we go. A decisive victory. With our numbers, the fact that we outnumbered them 2-1, you could expect that we were going to do that. But look at that. They still got 8,000 kills. They still... no, wait. They got 7,000. We got 8,000. Like, they still did a pretty decent job of wounding us and bringing us down. Like, that wasn't bad by them, not, you know, whatsoever. I guess as well, for now on, we'll just go Legendary Plus now. Just take it to the max limit of the AI. Just give them that little bit of extra morale. That little bit of combat stats to help them out. Okay, and with that, the battle has been won. How did it look like? So yeah, they lost 17,000. We lost 10,000 in the details. Champion-wise, did we get anything going up? So yeah, kill-wise, I'm going to go to events, right? So the Witch King managed to kill the enemy leader. The Witch King also killed a Borodir as well. We had our champion Biggest Dickus wounded Telecontour right there. Our champion Gazlur went ahead and wounded another one of their lords. A Sealdor, the Dog Lord, was slain an enemy right there. He also only slayed 2 enemies. Nice, not bad. And then we captured a bunch of their lords as well. That's perfect, absolutely perfect. So let's move up now. So these 13,000 soldiers, we obviously want to have Gron. So I'm going to send the Witch King and probably, yeah, I'm going to send the Witch King and probably these 4,000 men up to Coandros, and then we'll send these 7,000, which are really good units. I guess they can sit back and just maybe wait to reserve, and then we'll send these soldiers up over here, and we'll reorganize our army momentarily. But obviously, we need to take Ozilief, and we need to make sure that we take the rest of their lands as well. No, actually, I'm going to send Bazbag Vishund down south as well, because he actually does have some heavy infantry in his army, and I don't want to completely leave this, because there's a lot of low-tier units here, so I at least want some soldiers here. So yeah, then these two can maybe go to Kaandros. Because as CK3 is CK3, you obviously can expect that they're going to be regenerating their entire force in about 2 seconds and come back with another 20,000 men. That's just CK3 things right there. Okay, boom. Kaandros has now been secured, which is really, really big. The nice thing as well, the Witch King is a organizer or a supply wagon, whatever. Yeah, logistician, so he actually gets way more supplies. That's pretty big, honestly, because again, our armies are pretty vast. The AI does go. And also, what the hell are you guys doing? Oh, we're going on boats. Yeah, where are they going? Where are they going? I guess we're going to meet up with the men of Rohan. I'm actually at war with Rohan. Okay, well, that's pretty good. I don't know why I can't, like, force these guys to come and join me as well in this war. Like, I would assume that the event would have been like, yeah, Invasion of Gondor, and that calls all my tributaries, but I guess not for some reason, which is a shame, because it would have been cool to completely overwhelm Gondor on every single front. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Okay, cool. So we've taken Kaandros now. That gives us access. I do want to fall back, though, and maybe just replenish a little bit. I mean, we managed to catch out 100 soldiers. Perfect. I'll take that. And then, yeah, we want to siege this. So we might make our way down through the south. But we also need to be a little bit careful as well. It's such a shame as well that we can't make Sauron into our leader, because that would have been really, really cool. It would have been really, really cool, but unfortunately the ring stuff isn't in the mod yet, so we actually can't do that. Is Gondor in a civil war as well? Okay, it seems like they're trying to take back Kaandros. This will be an easy battle. We have 16,000 men, not really something that we do need to fight. Again, our supplies are starting to run a little bit low, but we're about to take West Ozilief right now, which is great. So let's move in. Again, keep in mind we do have Gron at our disposal, so we're just going to push in here. And, honestly, we could have maybe only just ended up fighting one battle, because there's no real need to fight these battles. I don't know where the rest of the Gondorian forces are. Like, we're going to sit here. Boom. That's another nice battle right here. We have what? We have Muzbag right there leading that assault. And we also have 5,000 men back here as well. Yeah, baby. What a time. It's a real shame as well that sieges aren't in the mod yet. They are coming in one of the future updates, which is going to be really, really fun. They're currently trying to figure out exactly how to make the garrisons work. Like, how many soldiers should they get in the Attila battles and stuff, but that would be really cool when they figure that out, because, like, imagine actually fighting the Siege of Minas Tirith. That is a settlement inside of the Dauntless Days mod, so you could literally do that. And even like West Ozilief and everything, they have a lot of generic castles as well for each of the cultures, so you can really have just as many sieges as you wanted. This is what I'm going to do. We have also now taken the fields outside of Minas Tirith, and the Gondorians have amassed an 11,000 man army. I think I'm going to send the Witch King to go and fight him. We'll let this army just kind of siege around the corners, and then we'll go in for Minas Tirith after defeating this, and that honestly probably will be the war, if I'm being completely honest. I feel like, yeah, the Gondorians, they put up their best fight at the beginning of the war, and obviously when Aragon reclaimed the throne and the return of the king happened. But now they're just kind of, they're clutching at straws to try and survive this. And now the Witch King is going to be able to come in and hopefully, oh god, if they don't commit to this, oh, we can't fight this. Come on, give me a battle. Give me one final battle, please. Please give me one final battle. Yes, there we go. Okay, oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Let's dive in. Let's fight this, and this will probably be the final battle of the campaign. Okay, I tried to fight this battle 4 times, and it just kept on giving me the same battle map, which was on the sea, and that just causes Crusader Wars to crash. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and just smash their army like this, which is a real shame, because I wanted to have that final battle, and I don't think Gondor have anything left in their tank. So we've now taken this west side. Let's bring our army back. This army does need to replenish. It's currently starving under Bazbag Vishund, which is fine. We'll send this army up to kind of launch a bit of an invasion. We might as well take this northern part of Ithilien with Grond and the other boys. It should be fairly quick. So let's bring these soldiers back and yeah, replenish our losses. Now the war is actually won. We are at 90%. However, I do want to go and siege Minas Tirith, which is exactly what we are going to do. The other armies are going to quickly replenish. If they have decent enough supplies, we'll also send them in. But yeah, let's burn Minas Tirith to the ground. I want nothing standing of this once great city. And Grond should make make quick work of the defenses as well. This is all they can muster now. Let's bring up the rest of our soldiers. Yeah, I want everybody here who can reinforce to actually arrive on time. I think the Gondorians might try some sort of form of last-ditch effort, but yeah, it will not be enough. Men of Rohan have arrived, though. Rohan has arrived. Okay, so maybe I mean, is it worth fighting a final battle against Rohan? The beacons have been lit, but they have come. It's actually really cool. They are literally turning up as we're sieging Minas Tirith. But unfortunately, it is a little bit too late, I think. We still have, what, 25,000 men. They've got soldiers. They actually did unsiege the north as well. But yeah, Minas Tirith is about to fall. The men of Rohan are too busy unsieging in the north instead of reinforcing and doing a final epic charge. How cool would it have been if they came flying in? And yeah, boom, we have gone ahead and done that. Oh, look at that as well. Aragon is now on boat somewhere. Who knows? Well, we've won the war, but let's go see. Let's go see if we can have this final battle, this final showdown with the soldiers. It'd be so cool as well if we could put Sauron in command of the armies. It really, really would. But unfortunately, until we have the ring stuff in, that's not going to be the case. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, the battle works here and we can have this final battle of the campaign. Oh, man, I should have waited. I should have waited until these soldiers arrived. That could have been, like, actually a massive engagement. But yeah, we'll slaughter this before they do. So we're just going to have to go ahead and fight this one and just, yeah, chill and have the best time. So battle map worked here and it's good. We're fighting the last remnants of Rohan. I mean, Rohan's forces are pretty good, but I mean, the sheer scale of my army. Like, we literally have 26,000 men on the battlefield. This is probably our biggest army we've actually physically fielded, and it looks insane. Rohan is packing a lot of cavalry, and I feel like if they ever manage to make this into like a multiplayer mod, like somehow they managed to get into multiplayer lobbies, which I imagine actually... I don't know, can you do historical battles multiplayer? Because if you could do historical battles multiplayer, then I imagine it would actually like be not that insane to make it work. And then you could actually go ahead and like have a proper multiplayer campaign where someone can join us the other side. Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh my god. Because if this force was actually controlled by another player, like, it would not be the easiest. That cavalry would like just, you could basically just hammer an anvil into my goblin spearmen 24/7 and they'd actually struggle. Yep, your eyes do not deceive you. This is what our legions truly look like. This is 24,000 soldiers that we are sending forth against the enemy. I accidentally also just like doubled up on my back ranks here as well, so we have orc pillagers and other infantry here, so we can actually have another battle line on top of this, reinforcing. Really cool battle map as well to kind of fight this final battle on, and yeah, the AI is just not going to stand a chance. Here we go, the last charge of the Rohirrim pushing out to the flank. Let's go send our cavalry to meet them in open field. I mean, not something you normally want to do. Our left flank is still completely reinforcing, and what I might do is I might just go ahead and shift them in something along them lines, let that kind of really sink in, and we'll just let them charge in. Why not? This cavalry is a little bit scary over on this flank, but again, it's the scouts of Rohan. This is fast maneuverable cavalry, and I mean, you can look at the sheer scale of their forces. They're going in for a good flank, which I guess I'll let them do, because then our cavalry can kind of counter charge in and completely decimate them. They're moving here in the center, so let's push up some of our shock infantry now over on this side, and again, I guess I mean, I kind of want to just let them come in and then we'll kind of pursue from that. Everybody should be running as well. I don't care about fatigue whatsoever. Let's wrap around here, make sure we pursue this cavalry, because again, this is scout cavalry, so it will be able to like outmatch me when it comes to speed. We'll chase them off the battlefield. Really good charge there by the AI into my flank. I mean, they're utilizing this cavalry pretty well. I'm kind of letting them. I'm kind of like at that point, like I'm Lord Farquaad, and I'm like, some of you shall die, but it is a simple sacrifice I am willing to make. So let's just do it. And here we go. The men of Rohan flying in now. The arrow volleys, the infantry. There's actually a really good Rohan army as well. There's a lot of very good soldiers in this army. It really is. And it's just a shame that none of it will matter because I have 20-odd thousand men here ready to push up. Let's push forward some of my reserves. Why not? We have some more cavalry here as well. Let's push in. Again, normally we want to hold and brace with this cavalry, but I mean, like, honestly, who cares? We'll send in reinforcements there. We have some javelins and some more shock infantry back here, which we'll throw in. We managed to rout the majority of their cavalry back there, more shock infantry. We are getting slaughtered by the enemy missiles. They're racking up a lot of kills, 117 kills, not bad. I think we're just going to start marching on this left flank now with our reserve line, like so. Nice. We managed to break that unit of cavalry, which is good. And their numbers should slowly start to run out now. Obviously, we have to worry about that, which is fine. Let's shift over some more of our reserves over on this flank really quickly. We'll reinforce there. Bring our general in. And we'll bring in some more infantry. Like, this is basically our entire reserve line can be pushed over here. Bring up our general as well, just to help with a bit of morale. Our flanks are already winning. Continue to chase them down, but I want to see them obviously taken care of. You guys wrap around there. A lot of the Rohan cavalry, especially the Arrowling Knights, are going to be a pain in the ass, but just keep on going. I can just charge my cavalry into theirs now. You guys keep pushing round. You guys keep pushing round. You guys keep pushing round. You guys keep pushing around. We have so much cavalry now. Oh, a cool little cavalry charge right here as we go in. And we should just slowly win this bit by bit, wrapping them up, finishing them off. More and more cavalry running. They're doing a great job, though. Like, they really are. Rohan, making that epic last stand. Oh, we've surrounded this unit of spearmen as well. The muster spearmen. Where was the ketchup spearmen when the Westfold fell? Well, they were too busy. Too busy, it seems, as more of our reserve line now just arrives in the main crux of the battle. Wow, look at that, man. That is something special. Reserve lines are now arriving, I think, under the snow. The men of Rohan have really ridden their last war. With Theoden dead, there is no one left to lead them into glory. No one epic last charge. No for Rathbarun in the World's End. It seems like Rohan's days are numbered. And basically any forces of good. Well, the last alliance is done. The elves are nowhere to be seen. Even though we have actually fought the elves as well. Do keep in mind that, Elrond has turned up and fought in these battles in the previous episodes as well. Do we just send forth? No, we leave our reserve line a little bit. I think we relieve our reserve line for just a tad as these guys are turning up now. Really kind of cutting off any retreat that the AI could possibly have hoped for. There you go. That's the Rohan King taken care of. We have shock infantry charging in again. These pillagers cut through these archers like butter. And I think well and truly there will be no dawn for man. Yep, GG, and that is going to be the final battle, I think. I think they have nothing left. But we can just end the war whenever we want to. That was a slaughter as well. I mean, we just outnumbered them so much. They just didn't stand a chance. And there we go, a nice little victory. Let's go ahead and take a look at the results really quickly. Nice Biggest got a couple kills, I think. Wound. You got a wound, and then we also have Guzlag got a kill, which is nice, and then a bunch of captures. That's going to be it. Minister of burns. The White Tree burns. The Rohirrim have been shattered. The Men of Gondor have been shattered, and we can simply enforce our demands on Aragon, and boom, the fall of Gondor. Minas Tirith has fallen, the White Tree burns, and yet as the kindle for the din of fire, your feasting troops. Gondor is shattered, its leadership scattered and disorganized. Westfold now lays open with no force strong enough to assault the lands. I mean, I don't think I need to do that. Also, look at that as well. Aragorn looks fucking dope in that armor. He really does. But there we go. Mordor has been conquered. The Gondorians have been shattered. And we could maybe continue this on, but I just don't think there's any need to. Like, we have secured our throne. We have shattered the enemy infantry. We now have, like 50,000 soldiers. And yeah, Minas Tirith is now under our command. Looks really cool as well. You can even upgrade it if you wanted to for extra supplies and stuff. Like, you go all the way up to some pretty, the Flowering White Tree. I like that a lot. A lot of heavy infantry. Insane fort level, which it already has. 29 level fort. Wow, that's insane. What's a Black Gate is 20, so Minas Tirith is, pretty insane. But I think that's going to do it. I think that is where we're going to call it. That is going to be the final invasion of Gondor. We have shattered the last alliance, and now it is simply just, a time to conquer all these guys. Because the crazy thing is, as well, is all of these guys are individual, so I could literally, if we wanted to, just de-raise all the armies, like so, right? And then we could just literally declare war, conquer duchy or invade kingdom or do our claims on the lands or, force tributary, invade kingdom, etc. And just go from settlement to settlement, conquering, and conquering. And that would be it. The Riddermark is done. It's just a shame that Saruman couldn't go ahead and do his own thing, but it is what it is. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this series. It was an absolute blast, and I'd really appreciate it if you could drop a like and a comment down below. I appreciate all the interaction we had. It was absolutely amazing and something hopefully we can do again in the future. I do have a live stream campaign of a Saruman Isengard, which I'll probably edit down and upload next week in a few parts. So you guys still have that to look forward to if you enjoy this. But I'll probably leave this alone now for a little bit and after the Saruman campaign and basically just let them get to work in implementing sieges and the new levy system and all that beautiful stuff, and maybe return when a new big update comes. I know the Realms in Exile mod are planning on adding in this entire region to the map as well, with all the rings and you know, the actual fellowship and stuff like that. So that could be a really fun campaign to maybe play as Aragon and reclaim the throne or something. Yeah, and just kind of follow his adventures. Again, something that someone could actually make for this as well is once they do add in all of this land and you actually have the fellowship moving and stuff, you could actually kind of like create the famous battles and then actually fight them out inside of Total War Atilla whenever they fire, because again, you could do all of that, like Helm's Deep, Minas Tirith, the Charge on Pelennor Fields. They're all maps in the Dawnless Days, so you could actually go ahead and map them and actually have like a real cool story campaign. That would be so cool. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.